Welcome to the Kelly Healing Project, where we have real conversations about healing, growth, and stepping into your power. I'm Kelly, and I'm so glad you are here. So today, I want to talk about something I recently discovered about myself. I was reviewing one of my podcast recordings, and instead of focusing on what I was saying, I started noticing something else. I realized I was constantly watching over the other person. I was paying attention to every facial expression, every reaction, every nod, and I was making sure they felt comfortable, making sure they agreed with me, making sure they were okay. And then I had this realization. I wasn't fully present with myself. It made me wonder how many of us spend our lives abandoning ourselves just to keep other people comfortable. If you ever found yourself people-pleasing, over-explaining, constantly reading the room, or worrying more about everyone else's reactions or emotions than your own, this episode is for you. Self-abandonment often happens quietly. So when we hear the phrase self-abandonment, it sounds dramatic, but most of the time, it doesn't look dramatic at all. It looks like saying yes when you want to say no, smiling when you're actually hurt, apologizing for taking up space, changing your opinion because someone disagrees, constantly checking whether everyone else is happy before asking yourself how you feel. These moments seem small, but over time, they teach us something dangerous. They teach us that everyone else's experience matters more than our own. So why do we do it? The truth is, most of us didn't choose this. We learned it. If you grew up around unpredictable emotions, if you learned to keep the peace, if love felt conditional, if you had to monitor someone else's mood to know whether you were safe, your nervous system became incredibly good at reading other people. This wasn't a weakness, that was survival. Your body was doing exactly what it believed it needed to do to protect you. The problem is those same survival strategies often follow us into adulthood, even when they're no longer serving us. So my own wake-up call, watching myself on camera was surprisingly emotional. I wasn't judging myself, I was grieving, because I realized how much of my life I had spent leaving myself. I wasn't just listening to the other person, I was monitoring them. Trying to make sure they felt seen, trying to make sure they were comfortable, trying to make sure I didn't say the wrong thing. And while empathy is a beautiful quality, I realized there was a difference between being present with someone and disappearing from myself. That awareness was uncomfortable, but awareness is also where healing begins. The cost of self-abandonment. So when we constantly focus on everyone else, we lose touch with ourselves. We stop asking, what do I need? What do I want? What feels true to me? Instead, we become experts at managing everyone else's emotions. And here's what I've learned. You can become so good at understanding everyone else that you forget how to understand yourself. But coming home to yourself, healing isn't about being selfish. It's about remembering that your needs matter too. It's about learning that you can care deeply about other people without abandoning yourself in the process. One practice that I've started using is incredibly simple. Whenever I'm in a conversation, I ask myself, am I still here? Not physically, emotionally. Am I still connected to my body, my breath, my truth? Or have I shifted my attention onto the other person? That is one question that has helped me begin returning to myself. So the new definition of confidence. I used to think confidence meant not caring what other people thought. Now I think confidence is something different. Confidence is staying connected to yourself even when someone disagrees with you. It's trusting that your worth doesn't depend on someone else's approval. It's knowing that you don't have to shrink so everyone else can feel comfortable. And it's really just knowing yourself and being fully present. But it was in these moments where I almost felt so focused on the other person that I wasn't fully in my body. So sometimes you have to bring the attention to yourself. Ask questions in your mind. Remember, okay, how does this chair feel? I'm sitting on this chair. How does it feel? Okay. And stay present. Stop making everything about someone else. Listen, and I'm not saying that you should never make other people happy. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you shouldn't abandon yourself in the process of trying to make other people happy. And I don't know. It's just so important that you stay present and that you don't abandon yourself. Your needs matter. They truly do. And if nobody's going to take care of your needs, then who the hell is? Who is? And the answer, I'm sorry, is nobody. And this is one thing that I had to learn too, is nobody's coming to save you. You have to learn to save yourself. People, even me, people can show you the way that they have healed and how they have overcome it and how they have worked through this. But nobody's coming to do the work for you. Nobody's going to come knocking at your door and say, you know what, you want healing, you want to be more present in your body, you want that confidence, you want that self-worth, well, here you go. It's on a platter and it's right here, free of charge. Go ahead and take it. Nobody's going to come do that. You have to do the work for you. But you know what? It makes it so great because once you do the work, you get the reward. And I know there are people out there that they look at other people who have done the work and who are reaping the rewards, because let me tell you, it's very freeing to not be so focused on other people and to be more present in your body and to stop caring what other people think and stop worrying about things that at the end of the day, they don't even fucking matter. Most of them, they don't matter. Most of society is broken anyways. This whole system it's broken. And if you can't see it, then, I don't really think you're opening up your eyes. But you just see it everywhere. But, whatever. That's another podcast for another time. But, yeah, stop trying to fit in these boxes and stop putting others above yourself. Not in a selfless way, but in a stop abandoning yourself. One thing, too, that I've learned, that happiness is an inside job. It's all internal. It's all internal. It is. And I think I got off on a tangent here. And sometimes when I start these podcasts and I start talking, I get a little off topic, but that's perfectly okay. It's whatever comes through and whatever's meant to be said. But there's some people that I know see what you have and see the people that have done the work and they're reaping the rewards and they're jealous of it. But this is no secret club. This is no secret society. Everything you want is internal. You can have it all. You can have such a beautiful life. But if you're sitting there avoiding your problems, not working through your traumas and expecting that life is just going to hand it to you on a silver platter, and you're jealous because somebody actually has done the work and they're starting to reap the rewards and they're confident in a way that doesn't put anybody down. They have self-worth. They know who they are. They take care of themselves. You cannot get the rewards without putting in the work. Doesn't matter what the fuck it is, but you cannot get the rewards without putting in the work. If you want something, you can go get it. Nobody's holding you back, except yourself. But just keep going. But if today's episode resonated with you, I want you to remember this, that there is nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system learned to survive the best way it knew how. But survival isn't your final destination. Healing is learning that you can stay connected to yourself while still connecting with others. You don't have to abandon yourself to be loved. You don't have to earn your worth by making everyone else comfortable. You are worthy simply because you exist. Thank you for listening to the Kelly Healing Project. Remember, healing is not about becoming somebody new. It's about reconnecting with who you truly are. Healing the past, empowering your future. If you want to learn more, if you like this content, please, you can visit me at thekellyhealingproject.com. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.